You must have heard various definitions of IoT. Some says it's wearable device, others says it's machine talking to machine or some kind of sensors. IoT, which stands for Internet of Things, was coined in 90s for the RFID tag which can exchange information over network. The person who coined the term was thinking it as a communication over network, not between two persons but rather two objects. So what qualifies for IoT is if object is able to send or receive information over network. So that means your iPhone or phone of any kind is technically an IoT device. This chart shows that by 2020 there will be 50 billion IoT devices in the planet. Phones of course are part of it, but there are many specialized objects other than phones. Take a look around you. How many devices do you see that are connected to the internet? Your cell phone, your computer, your TV, perhaps even your car or your fridge. More and more devices are becoming connected to the internet and to each other. I can now use my smartphone to monitor basically my whole house. The home temperature, potential intrusion, utility usage from wherever I am in real time. Not only I can monitor all these things, but these objects can also communicate with each other and adjust automatically. One thing to note is IoT is not in silo. That is, IoT is not only communicating with things, but it's also communicating with system and software applications. These applications could be a big data and machine learning software application. Also, these systems do not have any purpose if there is no human aspect involved. For example, a temperature sensor device purpose is to bring comfort, or door lock device purpose of which is to provide security. So with IoT, though the efficiency of system is being improved, but most of the use case or IoT application is to improve the life of a human, or in short, to enhance the customer experience. So what is the Internet of Things? It is a network of connected objects that can build an aware, autonomous and actionable system. Let's take the example of self-driving car. The self-driving car is aware of its surrounding, it's autonomous, and analyzing its position and drawing map of its surroundings. It can also communicate with other cars or via central server to check the traffic condition along its route. It is actionable when it decides from all this input when and where it will go next. IoT framework is nothing but a 3 different layers interacting with each other all the time. The first layer is of connected objects. The radars, the cameras, the intrusion detector, the utility meter, your watch, all these devices are part of connected object. Next, a central platform that can consolidate the data and decide what to do with it. That's the second layer. Third layer are services that can understand the data aggregated by the platform and translate them into action. Between those layers, data is constantly exchanged using network, which can be anything from Wi-Fi to satellite. So we have some processing, some transmission and some storage. Over a period of time, the technology required for each of these components has become more stable and cheaper to manufacture, and it's consuming less energy and space for high capacity. This made it economical efficient to add more and more connected objects, which has then driven the increase of IoT devices in recent years, and it will further fuel this. The number of connected objects is expected to increase by 30% per annum till 2025. This means by 2020, we will have around 50 to 75 billion connected objects. Just think about that for a second. It will be 7 to 10 devices per human being on the planet. It's not secret that Internet of Things is poised to have a big impact on how organizations design, produce and sell products and services. More and more companies are looking at how the IoT can be leveraged across their entire operation. From how they identify new business model and source material to how they streamline production and manage the customer experience. Some of the business areas where IoT could impact are product optimization, supply chain management, asset tracking, financial decision management, and enhance of overall customer experience. Industry leader considers IoT-enabled manufacturing as a high priority for enterprises. For example, when IoT-based solutions are introduced on factory floor, they can have a dramatic impact on overall quality by helping manufacturers to detect substandard materials and ensuring adherence to the product specification. For brand, the resulting high level of quality generate cost saving throughout a product lifecycle. For financial industries, IoT can play an important role in financial decision making by providing real-time visibility that complements data from ERP and accounting system and allows for a more holistic view of the enterprise. Overall, IoT is still in its very early stages of maturity. Still, there is no one single IoT. Multiple players are trying to consolidate the use cases we have just talked about and win the platform war. Interoperability is the main challenge of IoT. The key question that companies need to ask themselves are on interoperability. Will the platform they are using today be interoperable with others tomorrow? Scale is another challenge. Say if you are looking for a desktop or a laptop, it may be limited to 1 or 2 laptops per person. But if you are talking about connected lights, there will be around 600 lights in a building. So scale that sometimes poses as a challenge, as there could be billions of devices, and the challenge is how effectively you could network these devices. Security. How you make sure that these millions of interconnected devices are secured is another challenge that IoT poses. And lastly, how do you manage privacy? There is no single coverage solution yet in this aspect, and markets are moving in multiple directions. Thank you.